Hi, love. Let's take a deep breath together. In and out. Today, I want to have a very real conversation with you, the kind you'd have with your closest friend over tea. Because the truth is, many women, without realizing it, are doing small things every day that quietly kill their natural attraction. This isn't about looks, weight, or makeup. It's about energy. And energy is everything. Carl Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." This means so much of our behavior runs on autopilot. It's not your fault. It's just unseen patterns. But once you see them, you get your power back. And please, stay until the very end of this video, because the last point I'll share is the one almost nobody talks about. Yet it's the one that can transform the way people respond to you, instantly. Let's dive in together, slowly, gently, and uncover the 7 things that can kill your attraction almost instantly, but you may not even realize. As a coach, I've seen this pattern in women from all walks of life. Teachers, entrepreneurs, mothers, artists. They come to me saying, "Why don't I feel attractive anymore?" And after a little digging, it's rarely about their appearance. It's about unconscious behaviors and beliefs. I'm going to walk you through each one. While I do, I want you to reflect. Not to judge yourself, but to gently notice. Awareness is already healing. 1. Neglecting your inner world. Let's start with your inner world. Imagine a beautiful garden. If you never water it, never pull out weeds, never plant new flowers, it fades. Your inner self works the same way. Jung talked about the shadow, the parts of ourselves we don't look at. When you don't tend to your emotions, your wounds, your dreams, they leak out as tension, irritability, or insecurity, and people can feel it. Let me tell you a story. Years ago, I coached a woman. Let's call her Sarah. She had the perfect hair, the perfect nails, the perfect Instagram feed. But in private, she felt small and anxious. In conversations, her energy was tight. She apologized a lot. She never felt enough. As soon as she began journaling, doing 10 minutes of meditation, and seeking therapy to explore her inner world, people began responding differently. Her colleagues started complimenting her glow. Her partner became more affectionate. Nothing on the outside had changed, only her inner garden. So the first thing to remember, attraction begins in the unseen. Tend to your inner world, and your outer world changes. 2. Overexplaining or oversharing. Psychology research shows that mystery is a powerful driver of attraction. When we overexplain our choices or share too much too soon, we dilute that mystery. Think of the most magnetic characters in films or books. They're compelling because there's something about them you can't fully figure out. This isn't about manipulation. It's about pacing. Carl Jung talked about the persona, the mask we show the world. Healthy persona is not fake. It's the appropriate face you show in each situation. When you overshare, you collapse boundaries, You give people access to your inner sanctum before they've earned it. Try this small practice. The next time someone asks about your life, share only what feels safe and grounded. Let them discover you gradually, like peeling layers of an onion. This builds curiosity, and curiosity builds attraction. 3. Putting yourself last all the time. Self-sacrifice feels noble, but chronic self-sacrifice teaches people you're not valuable. A University of Michigan study found that people respect and are drawn to those who show self-respect. Picture two women. One constantly says yes, even when exhausted, and another says, "I'd love to, but I need to rest tonight." Which one feels more magnetic? The second. Boundaries communicate self-worth. Here's a quick exercise. Write down 3 small boundaries you've been afraid to set. Practice one this week. Notice how people respond. Often they'll admire you more, not less. 4. Living only in the masculine energy. We all have both masculine, doing, controlling, pushing, and feminine, being, receiving, allowing energies. But many women today live almost entirely in the masculine. Hustle, organize, fix. This can be powerful at work, but if you never soften back into your feminine, you lose the polarity that fuels attraction. Jung spoke about the anima and animus, the inner feminine in men and the inner masculine in women. Attraction is often about the dance between these. Spend 5 minutes each day just breathing and sensing your body. Move slowly. Receive a compliment without deflecting. Play with textures, scents, or music that bring you back into your senses. These micro moments restore your feminine essence. 5. Negative self-talk. Your internal dialogue shows up in your micro expressions, posture, tone of voice. Psychologists call this emotional leakage. People can feel it, even when they can't name it. One of my favorite quotes: "You cannot hate yourself into someone you love." When you whisper cruel things to yourself, it changes your vibe. Start small. Each time you catch a harsh thought, pause and say cancel. Choose again. Replace it with something softer. I'm learning. I'm worthy. I'm enough. Try smiling at yourself in the mirror. It might feel silly at first, but this rewires your nervous system to self-compassion, which people around you pick up on. 6. Chasing validation instead of living your mission. Carl Jung believed individuation, becoming your fullest, truest self, is the highest human task. When you orbit your life around someone else's approval, you give up your individuation. Imagine 2 women, one waiting by the phone for a man's text, and another absorbed in a passion project, painting late into the night, building a business, or volunteering at a shelter. Which one feels more magnetic? Always the second. Attraction thrives on life force. When you're lit up from within, people can't help but feel drawn to you. So ask yourself, what's my mission right now? What would I be doing if no one was watching? Do that. 7. Ignoring your body language, the silent killer. This is the one hardly anyone talks about. But social research from Princeton shows we form impressions of others in less than a second, mostly from nonverbal cues. Your posture, your eye contact, your micro movements speak before your words do. Slumped shoulders, darting eyes, crossed arms, all signal insecurity. Open shoulders, soft eyes, grounded breathing. They signal calm confidence and approachability. Try this. Before walking into a room, pause. Place your hand on your belly. Inhale deeply. Lift your chest slightly. Imagine a soft golden light around you. This isn't woo-woo. It's neuroscience. You're priming your nervous system to project safety and presence. See how these 7 things are subtle? They're not about becoming someone else. They're about returning to your authentic self. When you release these hidden habits, you naturally become more magnetic. I want you to remember, attraction isn't a trick. It's an energy state. And energy shifts when you become conscious of your patterns and start loving yourself from the inside out. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 7 things surprised you the most? Or which one do you feel you've been unconsciously doing? Comment below. Your story might inspire someone else who's watching. If this video spoke to you, love, make sure to subscribe and hit that little bell so you don't miss the next one. If you have a friend who needs to hear this, send it to her. She'll thank you later. And if you're ready for more deep dives like this, keep an eye on my channel. We talk about the real, soulful side of relationships and self-growth here. You are worthy. You are magnetic. You are allowed to be seen. I'll see you in the next video.